Welcome to Beautifully Rebellious, a podcast about going against the grain, creating your own rules, and living your most authentic life. I'm your host, Erin Burr, and I am so excited to welcome you to my show. Let's dive right in. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. It's like a little song. I've been singing a lot lately. Like, I do it at work all the time. I sing my words. I really just think it's like to keep me going through the day. But it's also just kind of me. So, whatever. Here we are. Welcome back, guys. I am very excited to be here. I hope you are as well. The last episode, I pulled a card from the Queen Bee affirmation deck. And I said I would pull a card from the Queendom affirmation deck. It's like we elevate every step of the way. I was joking with my Reiki practitioner the other day. I was like, yeah, it's Queen Bee first and now Queendom. I was like, next step, it's like, what? I'm probably like goddess. I'm not actually throwing that out the window. That very much could be a true thing, but I actually already have the idea and the very, very, very beginning works of a third deck, and it is not a goddess deck. So every deck is always created in the timing that fits with my life. Like, I literally create my affirmation decks based off of my needs in that season of life. And I believe that's why my affirmation decks have so much power in them, and each affirmation holds so much power behind them, because they are truly created out of affirmations of need and of like a place of power, instead of just pulling them out of my butt. So yes, Queendom affirmation deck. You can't buy this deck yet. You can't actually buy any deck right now because the shop is closed, or at least it should be, if I have managed to figure that out yet. But you cannot buy this deck at all. Even if the shop was open right now, it's still not on there. I've taken it off. But if you follow me on Instagram, you will be able to get the updates. And if I can also manage to figure out how to get the newsletter link, the newsletter sign up link on the website without, you know what? I know for sure if I can't figure out how to do it in like a fun, cute way, I will just remove all products from the store. And if you just scroll to the very bottom of the website, of the store website, erinburr.com, there's a spot that says sign up for the newsletter. Sign up for the newsletter and you will get to know when the store opens back up. You'll get all the updates as far as the store reopening. We're just taking a little break because it's important to take breaks, and also because it's important to allow myself some time to focus on the collection I'm creating. The Queendom affirmation deck is just part of the Queendom collection. I have created so many like other things to go along with it, and I am working on a merch product, and I said this in the last one, it started off a really simple like, oh, I'm just gonna give this a shot, see if I like it. And I didn't like it when it was created, and I just was like, well, I'm gonna try this, and I was like, still missing something. And then I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I think that really that was like it, but I needed to evolve it a little bit more. And so now this does involve like 3 hours per item of hand painting on the items. And I love it because it's such a like personalized and unique thing that each item does have a unique thing about it, because it's no two items are exactly the same. And it's personalized because it's like I took the time and poured my time, my energy, my love into these items. And so I really love that about it. It's like the personal touch that I love, but it does take time, and I just need to get a little bit further before I can reopen the store. And I just don't want to have the thought of the store in the back of my mind when I have the collection that I want to launch. And it's just so interesting. The other day, like another one just started blossoming out of my mind, which is awesome. I love the creativity flow. But here we are. All that to say, I'm pulling a card from the Queendom affirmation deck for you guys. This is a beautiful deck, by the way. It is literally gold gilded, edges, which means that the edges of each card it's gold. And so when you hold the deck all together, it's just shiny gold. It's literally a deck of luxury. The colors are like jewel toned, in my opinion. And I just wanted to speak royalty and luxury, and it does, for sure. And so the card that did fall out while I was shuffling and talking is "This is my time to shine." So if that affirmation resonates with you, take that affirmation. I'm going to pull one more. Take that affirmation with you today, throughout the week, whatever, and just keep speaking that over yourself all day long, all week long, whatever, all year long if you want. This is my time to shine. Remind yourself that. And then the next one that just came out is "I am destined to do great things." Whew. Ooh, I could feel the power in that one when I said that. I am destined to do great things. All right, guys. There's so many more wonderful affirmations in that deck, and I can't wait for you to be able to purchase it. Just like I said, sign up for the newsletter and follow me on Instagram for the latest updates on when that becomes available for purchase. It's honestly, it's a gorgeous deck. Comes in a gorgeous velvet drawstring bag. I just love the whole thing. I love the whole thing about it. And so does everyone else who's had the very lucky opportunity to hold that deck in their hands. So yes. Welcome back, guys. I have a long commute when I drive to work. Well, it's not terribly long. 45 minutes. Sorry, just drinking this very melted milkshake. Still tastes delicious. It's a 45-minute commute to work after I drop off my son at school. But I enjoyed the commute actually a lot. One, because I love driving into Seattle. It's just a gorgeous city. Two, I use that time to listen to like audiobooks, my music, which is amazing. I listen to like just really fun songs that like make me think of like summertime, or I also listen to a lot of music that is like, I don't know if there's a real name for it, but I call it like affirmation music. Like these songs literally are affirmations in the songs, and it's just so great. I like literally go to sleep with these songs in my head and I wake up with them in my head. That is the way to wake up, is with affirmations playing in your head. And then I also like listen to like YouTube videos. I don't watch them because I'm driving, but I listen to them, and I think like many of us do. And so I was thinking one of the days on my drive about this topic that I want to talk about today. And this one was lucky enough to make it on paper. I've thought of some other ones. I've even taken like audio notes. I'm so bad at audio notes. First of all, I can never figure out where the audio thing is in the phone. I have to like search, but I'll never know where it is again. And one time I recorded a thing and then I lost it. And yeah, it's just not my thing. I'm a handwritten notes kind of gal. So don't mind this creaking. It's just me at this table pushing on it. But I want to talk to you about, my cutesy little topic or title I gave it is putting the blinders on, or put the blinders on. And I just thought it was fun because usually, we're like, take the blinders off, something like that. And I'm saying, no, put them back on. Put them on, put the blinders on. That's how we're going to do this. That's how we're going to go through life. And I was just thinking about this because it's like we hear things all the time from people like, be realistic, come back to reality. And then this one, I don't know. Or how do they say it? It's like that kind of like, or I don't know. Like, I'm not quite hitting it the way I hear it in my head, but it's like that when you share something with someone and they're like saying it like, they don't want to be negative Nancy and be like, yeah, that's not going to happen. So they say, I don't know. Like, you can hear it in their tone and the way they say no. It's like they're saying, yeah, right, you fool. They, all the doubt. And so it's like, you're over here sharing your dreams and your goals, and people are like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Yeah, no, you can't reach that. Yeah, no, come back to reality. And I'm like, yeah, no, put the blinders on and don't listen to those people. Because really, guys, people will try to limit you to the same level that they limit themselves. So they don't always do it intentionally either. It's I think most often a subconscious thing. And it's their subconscious speaking when they say that. And it's because they hear your goals and it like triggers them and their subconscious and their like insecurities about them not being able to achieve something like that or their big goals. And so it's like, if they can't do it, then why could anybody else? And also, misery loves company. And so it's like they, well, basically, for a lack of better words, basically they shit on your dreams and they squander them. So I'm saying, let's put the blinders back on and kind of like filter those people out. And so I think the first step I wrote down, let's see, what did I write down? Three steps, 3 things to do to, I guess, put your blinders on. 3 things to do in these situations when you're dealing with people like that who are not very supportive, or they're not even intentionally unsupportive. They just can't dream big the same way that you can dream. They're just a different type of person. And that's okay for them, but it's not okay when it hinders you from reaching your potential. So the first step I wrote down is stop telling people your dreams. Like, more accurately, stop telling the wrong people your dreams, your goals, your visions, etc. You need to know who you are talking to. And if they're constantly talking with like the limited thinking, or like they have that limited talk, like it comes in so many different ways. Like, just, it's very most obvious ones would be like, oh, I could never do XYZ. I wish I could do this, but I could never do that. I could never get good grades in school. I never have enough money. It's just that negative talk, that lack kind of talk. Or they're always doubting themselves. Those are not the people that you want to share your dreams and goals and visions with. You want to find the people who also are dreamers, because those are the people who see possibilities. Those are the people who are going to hear your dream and they're going to be like, hell yeah, hell yeah. And you know what? I'm going to get behind you and I'm going to dream that dream with you. Like, we are going to do this together in a way, Those are the people that you want to have in your circle where you're sharing those things. And those are the people who are going to encourage you in like your moments where you do get down, because everyone does have down moments. It's about, do you stay in that down moment? Do you let that setback keep you down, or do you get back up and keep pushing forward? That's the difference. And so you want those people who are also dreamers, who can push you and encourage you to, like, in those down moments, encourage you and be like, no, it's cool. Just remember this, or it's going to work out. Think like this, like they help you pick yourself back up. And they also help push you to keep on going. They don't let you settle and just become status quo average. They keep pushing you to keep elevating yourself, to keep, working towards that vision, because they also know that a vision with no action is useless. I don't actually know what the saying is. A vision with no action is a plan. I don't know. That sounds not like the saying, but that sounds like a solid saying. Maybe it's a vision with no action is just an idea. I don't know, but that sounds real good now. Number 2, put your blinders on. The title of the thing. Maybe some earplugs also. Basically, to be in this game, to be in the game of like a dreamer, essentially. And I don't mean a dreamer in the negative way of unrealistic, because nothing's unrealistic if you do believe that anything is possible. And if you understand that your mindset creates your reality, and what you put out is what you attract back in, basically it all rises and falls with you and your inner self, then you would also understand that anything is possible. We limit our own selves. So if you are going to believe that XYZ is not possible, that's on you. But for those of us who are dreamers and don't like to get stuck on what's not possible, put your blinders on, put your earplugs in, and just block out all the naysayers. Because we have to be able to look past the doubters, the haters, and like I said, the naysayers, and we have to be able to silence all those voices, and even the one inside of us, our ego voice that says, you can't do it, that's not possible, because doubt is going to come in. Doubt will come in. We have an ego. Our ego is constantly trying to keep us in a place of comfortability. Therefore, it's going to create doubt in our minds. And you have to be able to not feed your own doubt with the doubt of other people, because that's just going to grow your ego, and that's not what we want. Your ego cannot be a part of your dreaming, okay? Okay. And the last one, this is a quick episode. The last one is build yourself up. You got to build your mindset. This is a daily thing. It's work you got to put in every single day, and quite possibly it's work you got to put in all day long, every single day, or at least in the very beginning while you're building that new skill. It's like when you learn a new, like let's say sport, you have to practice a lot more in order to learn the basics, like to get the basics down. And then once you get the basics down, it starts to become more of something you just know, it's like second nature to you. You still practice it because, if you don't practice a skill, it goes away. But you don't have to practice it as much because it's already built into you in a way. This is literally making me think of, in this book I was reading about neuroplasticity, you can literally grow parts of your brain and shrink and essentially prune out other parts of your brain, and it's all based on what gets the most attention. So the sport or learning a new language, if you are putting consistent effort into learning a new language, you're growing new parts of your brain for that new knowledge and skill. And if you aren't working on that language, like let's say you did get it down and you're like, cool, I know how to speak Spanish now and I'm so great at it and like a natural. But then like for 10 years you don't even speak any of it, or it's like here and there, but maybe like never really. Your brain is going to start pruning out those parts of it because you're not using it. So it's like the same thing with changing your mindset. You have to do it consistently, and in the beginning you're going to have to do it more, which means like you're going to have to do it all day long, consistently, all day long, every day, every week, every month, until it starts to become second nature to think in a different type of way and to silence those thoughts that would be opposite of what you're trying to think. And then, then you don't have to do it quite as all day long because you're already naturally doing it. And to do this stuff, it requires just as much intention and attention as your dreams do. Because if you cannot even believe, like really truly believe in your heart and in your soul, like truly believe it, that you can achieve your dreams, then you're never going to achieve them. No matter how much work you put into it, you're not going to achieve them. Okay? I know that's real harsh, and there might be like a few exceptions out there where it's like, but they did this, but I don't think so, because you have to believe that you can do it in order to be able to do it. Okay? So I don't care if you are crazy talented in something. If like you could be the greatest singer, but if you don't believe that you're the greatest singer, if you don't believe that you can get like a contract or whatever it's called and get signed to a record label and get your music out there and get millions of fans, if you don't believe that's possible, it doesn't matter if you can sing, none of that's going to happen. Okay? There's plenty of people in this world who have talent who do nothing with it because they don't believe they can do anything with it. So put your blinders on, I guess put your earplugs in too, and work on your own mindset and just keep the doubters out. Block them out. Block them from your life, block them from your social media, block them, period. Those are not the people to share your dreams with. Go find other dreamers to share your dreams with, and find people who put action behind their dreams to put into your circle to help motivate you, to help push you, and, just to be an inspiration to you as well. And don't forget to put in that daily work. Affirmations are boss. They really, truly do work when you're working on changing your mindset and when you put action behind that. Okay? Okay. Until next time, guys, I will talk to you later. Follow me on Instagram. Link is in the show notes. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter so that you know all the things about the business, the shop, the podcast, etc. There's just so much happening right now, and that's probably the easiest way to get the update as far as when the shop opens back up and get your hands on things, and then also Instagram, because that's probably the one spot that gets the most updating currently while the shop is closed. So yes, until then, guys, I will talk to you later. Can't wait to see you next time on the next episode, or hear you, I guess, or you hear me. But yeah, it's wonderful. Shoot me a message on Instagram if you want. I would love to just chit chat. I'm a Gemini. That's what I do. And until then, guys, I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.